Heather Gilstrap glanced over her shoulder as she pulled her keys from her pocket. With a click, she unlocked her car and heard the chirp, and something else. She stopped to listen. Yes, that was a footstep behind her. Not for the first time that day. For the past week, she'd felt watched. When she'd asked Emily, her best friend, if she felt the same, Emily had simply shaken her head. Heather turned and saw no one, but someone was definitely behind her, following, stalking. But who? She'd been so careful to cover her tracks. Not careful enough. Rapid puffs of air escaped her lips as she resumed her rush to the vehicle. Her heels clicked on the parking garage concrete floor, echoing in the quiet, covering the sound of the person following her. Why had she stayed so late? Why hadn't she asked security to walk her to her car? She pulled her phone from the other pocket of her blazer just as she reached the silver Toyota Camry. Heather opened the driver's door and slid into the seat. Slamming the door with one hand, she hit the locks with the other and lunged toward the glove compartment. The door fell open, and she grabbed for her Smith & Wesson 642, only to find it gone. "What?" she whispered. "But how?" Oh, it didn't matter right now. She jabbed the key at the ignition, her shaking fingers betraying her as she dropped the set. She leaned down to grab them, praying she had enough gas to get her out of the garage. Why hadn't she stopped to fill up the tank? When she straightened, a figure was approaching from her left, walking slowly, clearly not in any hurry, yet the threat emanated from him. She jammed the keys into the ignition and twisted. Nothing happened. "No," she whispered. "No, no, no!" Terror centered itself in her midsection. With another glance at the person dressed in black, she grabbed her phone and dialed 911. And still, he continued his slow stroll toward her. He was stalking her, toying with her. She put the phone on speaker, then switched the screen to her text messages. 911, what is your emergency?